let's make our other dish. We're gonna make an orange salad featured in my cookbook, Latin Superfoods. So very easy to prepare. I have here in the bowl about 1 tablespoon of honey. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of orange juice. I have lemon in my mind and lime in my mind. Now we're going to oranges.
Hey, Leticia.
Yeah.
We had one quick question about the Brazilian lemonade. So Jocelyn asked, do you have any tips to make sure the drink doesn't become bitter over time, or should you typically drink it right away after you make it?
You want to drink it right away. It's good maybe for up to 1 or 2 days, but you really don't, this is not the kind of drink that you can make like way ahead of time, like what we do with the American version, and you know, keep it in the fridge for like a week ahead. It's always good to make it fresh.
Good.
It can get a bit bitter too, right, Leticia? Because it's blended, like the lines are whole.
Yeah.
So it can be a little bit bitter as well. So within the first 20 minutes, I would say that's the best.
Yeah. Then we're going to chop a little bit of the shallots. Now notice, guys, I hold my knife almost at the blade. Don't be afraid to hold your knife close to the blade. If you hold it like here, you really don't have a very good grasp on the knife. You really want to hold it on the blade. And then you go and, you know, you cut it horizontally like that. Make sure that your knife is very well sharpened. There's actually a book called The Sharper the Knife, the Less You Cry, because really when your knife is not sharpened, that's when you cut yourself. So we go like that. And also notice how the angle of the knife is really what matters. You don't want to cut straight. You want to cut either on an angle forward or backwards, but never straight down. So you go just like that. And that's the move. Also very important, the curled fingers. You know, you go like that and I can talk to you and look how my fingers are just okay, you know? So we're gonna do that. That goes into our vinaigrette, and we add the olive oil in a steady stream. I remember when I went to cooking school for the first time, and I didn't know the vocabulary of the culinary industry. And what was emulsification? So I learned, like, you know, I remember my colleagues teaching me, and steady stream, and now here I am, you know, making 1 million vinaigrettes a week. I make my own vinaigrette. I barely buy it, but it's okay. It's okay. I'd rather you eat salad and use store-bought. You don't have to make your own, but this is really easy, as you can see. Then let's cut our oranges. We're going to cut the ends like that. Let me clear this little bit of shallots that I have. I have a little garbage here. We're gonna contour the orange all around. And you see, this is what I was referring to. Do you see how in the orange we have that too? Like the bitter part, you know, the lime doesn't have that. The orange has a lot, the grapefruit, the lemon. So we just cut, and you take all of this white part. I even like to throw a little bit more of this you know, juice in the vinaigrette. Why not? You know, I love orange juice. And then we just cut it into rounds, about, I would say, 1/4 inch. So this is my 1 orange. I have 2 other here. Any questions so far?
Not yet. We had Bethany made a comment. She said her dad lived in Brazil for a number of years, and so she grew up on this lemonade, and finally she understands where he learned it from.
Excellent. I'm glad. Okay, so now we are going to arrange that on a platter. Is this in? Yes, this is inside the our camera here. I got two camera guys. I have one camera looking here, as you can see, and one camera. I love this setup. So let's arrange our oranges. You want to put it kind of like sort of in an attractive way, you know.
Leticia, Michelle asked, do you ever segment the oranges versus slice them?
You can. Absolutely. You can do that.
And Katie said your enthusiasm is an extra special ingredient in this recipe.
Oh, thank you so much. I love to hear that. Well, it's really a passion, you know. It goes back to the beginning of our conversation today. What is food? What is the meaning of food? And this is really my passion. So now we are going to cut a little bit. Let me see if you can see that. I want to make sure that it's inside this camera. We're going to chop a little bit of this cilantro. You don't have to use cilantro. I know that there's a lot of people that have a thing against it. So you can use parsley, you can use dill, and there goes my fingers again. Very curled, and then just chop it up. And we are going to drizzle our vinaigrette into our, let me see how it's like. Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It looks in the camera. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna season with a little bit of salt and pepper. I know that's the thing about this salad. It's like, you're gonna put salt and pepper here? Yes. This is a very different salad. And that's what I try to do in my cookbook, Latin Superfoods. I use a lot of regular, ordinary ingredients like orange and make it into this orange salad. I make a salad out of a celery. I mean, celery, people think that celery is the most boring ingredient ever. And then I have this amazing, delicious salad with celery and mint and cheese and a vinaigrette. And all of a sudden, ordinary ingredients like orange, like salad, like cucumber, and you dress it around. You take a little bit of feta cheese. We have here the feta cheese from Lighthouse, and it tastes delicious. You put it over your salad, and all of a sudden, look at that. Look how beautiful a simple salad can become, and healthy. And that's too another very important part of what we're talking here.
Leticia, Michelle asked, what are your favorite dishes to serve with this or to complement it?
I usually serve this as an appetizer. You can serve this with a piece of, for example, if you want to make that as part of the main course, how about a piece of fish, just grilled fish, or grilled chicken? You know, you can go with a protein, you can go, it really depends. It's very, very versatile. But I love to serve this also with like a buffet. If I'm having, you know, people over, this will be one of the salads. You know, it's again, it's what you make of it, how you put it together, you know, but look at that. Then we have feta cheese, we have pumpkin seeds. Again, you don't need to use pumpkin seeds. Do you have pistachios at home? Do you have almonds? Use that. You know, you don't like cilantro? Yeah, use dill. We talked about that. You use dill. We talked about parsley. You can do substitutions, you know, and that's the whole thing about, you know, knowing how to cook. You can look at a recipe and say, okay, I don't have pumpkin seeds, but I have pistachios at home. Why do I need it? You know, when you look at a recipe, you can start thinking about what you have, thinking about the substitutions, and thinking about how your family is going to like, because this is all about creating a health environment. I think that in cooking classes, what's so lovely about cooking classes is it's not just about learning how to make this recipe. It's more about empowering yourself to go into the kitchen, create meals that are going to put a destiny, and that destiny is called health. Because when you cook at home, you have control of what goes inside your body. So you are creating a healthy environment for yourself and for your family. I mean, what can be more important than that? So there we have it. Let's try our salad with orange vinaigrette.
Sheila, we had another question come in. So Sheila is wondering if you want to have a little fun with the Brazilian lemonade and make it into a cocktail, would you add rum? Do they ever do that in Brazil?
Yes, of course, absolutely. Well, I cannot talk about Brazilian food. Aryane, I'm surprised that we came all this way, all this far in this demo, and we didn't talk about caipirinha. Oh my God.
Oh, it's coming up. Don't worry, it's coming up.
Okay. Right. It's the cocktail, the classic cocktail in Brazil. And it's lime mashed with sugar. And here's, my husband just gave me a bottle of caipirinha. We have it here and it's like, woo, woo, woo. And it's so good. Basically, it's lime mashed with sugar. And yes, you can add rum. If you don't have the cachaça, just add, some people add vodka, some people add rum. That's totally fine. That's one of the exports that Brazil was able to put on the menu. Like you go anywhere in the world right now and you find caipirinha on the cocktail menu.
Delicious.
You gotta make this. It's so good. Wonderful.
Leticia, let's see. We had another. Where did it go? Somebody, I forget who asked it. Somebody asked though, are oranges plentiful in Brazil?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oranges are huge in Brazil. We have a wide variety. Over here in the United States, I'm based in Connecticut. In this area, I get a lot of oranges from Florida, the navel oranges, the Cara oranges, but oranges are very interchangeable. You don't have to stick to one type. Pretty much for this recipe, you can use any type of orange. Sometimes I buy a variety of orange, not this yellowish orangey, if I can refer to that color. I see some oranges that are a little bit more whitish and the flavor is not that sweet, but tangerine is also another fruit that you could, use for this recipe. So again, the recipes are just to, ignite your creativity in the kitchen.